Welcome to the legend of Teke. Teke is an onryo, a vengeful spirit harboring negativity and seeks for despair. The story begins with a young introverted girl, bullied and teased by her classmates. One evening, after school, 3 of her classmates followed her to the train station. It just so happened to be cicada season. They plucked a cicada from a tree and brought it with them. When she was waiting for the train, they flicked it on her shoulder. She saw something move on her peripherals and panicked, squirming and squealing about, trying to get it off. She struggled. They laughed. She struggled more. They laughed harder. Until she slipped. Lying on the train tracks, cold steel ripped her in half, shredding her muscle fibers, pulverizing her bones and tearing her skin. All that was left was the remains of a young girl who had lost everything in life. The boys ceased their laughter. All that was left was silence and shock. Immature and filled with fear, they left, vowing to each other to never speak of the incident again, avoiding responsibility of their act of murder as
she was just an introverted, shy girl who was depressed. Everyone would think that she just offed herself anyways.
They broke that vow, laughing and reminiscing back at it when coming back from school one evening, until all of a sudden they hear a strange sound. Teke. They could sense something was off. Their hearing grew sharper, their hearts beat faster, their steps grew heavier, the sound grew louder. They looked to where the sound was coming from and saw her. No, this wasn't something human. It was something that could not be explained by reality. Long, dark, unkempt hair. Eyes that pierce the soul of anyone who makes contact with it. A smile wide and demonic, crawling towards them, no lower body, merely using its hands to move. Faster and faster, long fingers even with longer fingernails, sharp enough to rip a human's body in half like a hot knife to butter. They run, as if their positions have turned from predator to prey. They run and keep on running. The one in front, out of breath, looks back. All he hears is a blood-curdling scream. His skin turns cold, his body freezes, unable to move. The sight he is left with is 2 of his friends' bodies, ripped open in half, while the Teke claims its next victim, you. There are many nuances to the story. The main gist of it is that she suffered a tragic accident, cut in half by a train. Many variations say she accidentally fell on the train tracks, or was pushed onto them. Feeling as it was unjust that it happened, she wishes for other people to fall into the same fate. Many variations include her being a victim of bullying or a love affair gone wrong. Another variation of the story is The legend begins with a young boy coming home at night. He remembers that he forgot his keys, or realizes rather. So he walks back to school, and when he gets there, he finds a girl on the second story of the school looking out the window. Wow, she is stunning, he wonders to himself. Her hair flows with the wind, swaying side to side. She rests her head on her elbows, and her elbows on top of the windowsill. The girl gives him a smile. However, the smile felt cold and sent shivers down his spine. The boy returns her smile, looking evidently nervous. She put both arms on the windowsill and then hurled herself towards him. He then came to a very reality-defying realization. The top half of her body was intact. Her lower half was missing. He was unable to move, his body in pure shock, and his fear is too great. She chases after him, knife in hand, dragging herself along the floor with her arms, moving faster and faster, akin to a serpent, and all he could hear was ripping his body in half, mimicking her own death. Hopefully you all enjoyed the story. Though, remember, while this may be a story, all stories come from somewhere.